Ich bin am Halluzinieren. Also sag mir, warum argumentieren? Sie sagen, Tschüss ist nie den Faden verlieren.
Tuesday, twofer. Beer Tuesday. What are we looking at? Grabbed a variety pack from Surly called their Supreme. And this happens to be the Mango Supreme. A tart ale with mango added. And it weighs in at a mere 4.5%. So you can have like 19 of them. And I'm going to put it in an awesome glass. The breast, sorry, I was just been interacting with Clyde and Brad. The best president we have had in a very, very long time. And it's only emphasized right now by the complete turd whacker that we presently have. Okay. It looks very light. It does have the mango smell to it, and I realized I didn't do my due diligence and properly set up. I was worried about the girls and not the comments. Sorry, guys. I'll just cheers. It is a tart ale with mango added. Now okay. Sorry, Son Nihap's comment. I asked him a technical question the last time that we were all together here. It's exactly what they say it is, if you like mango. How many damn comments were there? Good God, this cannot go all night. For God. Oh, some dude named Trace DJ critiqued me on how I poured my beer on the Old English 800. Let him eat silence. Ben N says, first. Congratulations, Ben. Smile Money says first. Well, no, must be second by 1 second. Nice. And I can say second, close, yes you are. I'll just say close. It's the only one that makes sense. Clyde says third. Smile Money. It is Eric with Matt Sunday, where the good stuff all happens before the camera goes on. Yeah, I kind of wish there's nothing more fun than getting to Matt. And as soon as you start talking about the biggins, and I'm not talking about his forehead. Patriot Ninja says fourth. Clyde says whiskey and revolution for all. Patriot Ninja says mezcal. God, no. No, Ninja. No. Maybe. But come on. Seriously? Okay, it's a school night. And, to be totally honest, I'm going to have to start cutting back on the alcohol. I just, okay, I tried. Let's just do this thing. Hang on. Okay. Sorry, the bigger of the two of them probably is going to be the same if I turn the other one on. I had some updates. I might have to I don't know. Nihap, I'm pretty sure I'm going to stay with using the Toshiba, even though there is things about this one that I really do like. I like the key. the keyboard, the tactile response on it, and I don't know. I think the Toshiba might be a hair newer than that one, as far as figuring out which one is more worth my time on hot rodding. I also have to see which one's doing better on batteries. I never really used them a lot, as in drain it, charge it, drain it, charge it. It was plugged in a lot, and then I did have a habit of unplugging it when it wasn't in use. Versus Christine's Toshiba. I'm not even kidding. I'd be willing to bet you that if before I turned it off the last time, if I would have logged in to find out its up hours, I believe it sat on her desk, logged in to Windows 7, but she shut the lid so it basically went to sleep. But if you would open the lid, it would have just come right back to life. I believe it was like that for a year. I seriously, from the last time that she used it, because she's a very impatient person like me, and as soon as Dan built the desktop system, she basically just uses that. She has a browser that she has that it logs into her account, kind of like I use Chrome for the Brew Review, I use Firefox for eBomi, and she uses Opera for hers. So after dealing with that one, she just wouldn't even touch the Toshiba. So I don't really know if that one's worth doing anything to. I do know that when Dan, I'm not even sure if Dan upped the RAM in this or not. He might have, but I know by putting that solid state drive in here, it's just rocket ship compared. Well, actually it was always a rocket ship, but I guess it probably does shit as fast as it used to, but its boot time is like nothing. And that's why I really thought my upstairs one would really fly, because that's a solid state. It has 5 hard drives in it, and the solid state, the C drive, is the solid state one, and then it has I only visibly see 2 of the other 4 drives, because the other ones are doing nothing but mirroring the main drives, so that way I can never lose shit, in theory. Oh yeah, whatever. No, I'm serious. It's honestly, it's gotten to the point where it really has to be like a one shot. See now, see, this is tequila. I'm just. I tell you what, Ninja, I would be willing to go just a little bit more whiskey, because the mezcal that I have is the stuff that I got from Johnny in Texas, who I haven't heard from in an awfully long time. And I know a few of you asked me if he was still alive, and I texted him, and I never got a response. So I don't know what that means. Who could it be? It's probably Clyde or Brad right there. I mean, Ninja, I think the most honorable thing I could do is just combine the shot, the integrity of the shot being saved for you and Clyde together. You know, it's just the way I roll. Or I could have just deleted it and said, "Oh, another one of those comments that YouTube." You know, some of you are sending me screenshots of the stuff that's getting deleted, and I quite don't understand YouTube's reasoning behind some of them. I mean, I get it if someone writes something profane or whatever. Stephen Bush told me that YouTube deleted my comment because all I did was repeat what he had said in the video. But Ninja, where's Joey? He's at the truck stop. Multi-Gunman, the golden ticket. Is that the same thing as the golden shower? It can be, but in that particular scenario, not quite, no. Harmarsha says as long as it's not Eric or Matt giving you the golden shower, it might be. Clyde, when you get the golden ticket and realize Willy Wonka has a little people fetish, what's wrong with little people? That's funny, because I almost wore the I love midget porn shirt. But I went with one slightly more true. Well, not slight. See, now, I guess I stick with slightly. I mean, what's wrong with midget porn? I mean, Joe Biden is a complete clusterfuck. Besides that, he's actually not in charge. But so, hey, what are your thoughts on the Democratic Party wanting to change the Supreme Court so they can add more members, stacking the court? Oh, God. Oh, if I could only invent the death ray. Or have the ability from the movie Scanners. I know I've made that comment before, but that really would be a talent I'd like to have, because like right now, somewhere in Washington, heads just go and I giggle. Gunwild, 6 commenter, bitches. J-Dog's here at work. A sub-comment. Smile Money. Matt doesn't have to drink, but when he does, he can only stop when he forgets how to lift his arm. I have sub-comment. He should use an IV. It would be more efficient. Mule, sea stouts are for alpha males. Yeah, I agree. Altenda, cheers. Cheers, Altenda. Poco Loco, the good, the bad, and the thirsty. Absolutely. Poco, the jacket and fishing tackle in his ear, he's a bit goofy, isn't he? If you know what I mean. Zeus, nice shooting cowboy. Smile me. Eric, can come in from the backside. What, too much information, Matt? Poco Loco. No, Matt, he does not have your look. He is married and he will never have your look. Gunwild. What kind of response do you want for the computer? Yes, I want it. Yes, I want it. Okay. Smile Money. Wait, I think it's almost clear. Eric, send the computer to Gunwild. Gunwild, yes. Send the computer and $1 billion. Bwahaha, Dr. Evil laugh with my pinky placed in my lower lip. Okay, Gunwild, that's fair. I know I can turn that off. So that should hibernate. So Gunwild, I will. I'm probably gonna. Send that information down there. Gunwild, I tell you what, if it's okay with you, if you give me a little time, we could probably spruce that up a little bit for you, if that's okay with you. But that's cool. I can get that one. I can get that out to you. That one's probably going to be telling me it could use an update. Of course, Gunwild, what I should do, which I'm wasting my time right there, is I should get together with you and, because right now it's kind of loaded with my information on it, or I do not have a, I don't think I have the ability to make a copy of this Linux disk, because Either that, or I can just, find out what information you want me to load in on it. I mean, if you, then I can put like your name and that kind of stuff into it, and just start over with it. I mean, it's with the Linux, I'm finding that it's freaking super ultra easy. I mean, I literally right now could put the Linux disk in it and start over. And probably the longest thing is it'll go through and it'll find all of the updates to go to this version here. But you're talking about from start to finish, even doing all of the updates and everything. It's probably an hour on on these two, or actually all three of them. Maybe I did update this one or something. This one's not telling me that it's got stuff. Poco Local, 2 hours. Nope, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Clyde, H6 is a miss. Harmarsh, a 2 hour, 3 minute, 22-second brew review must be Sunday and Matt must be the guest. Hi, Matt. You already screwed up 2 jokes. Quit while you're ahead on the second, though. Let's see how deep a hole you can dig for yourself. J-Dog. What? J-Dog. The high power was after the 1911 Browning died before he finished designing it. Smile Money. Is that more facts impacting an Eric story? Harmarsh. Nice jacket, Matt. Clyde. Para-Warthog is too big for small hands. She needs an officer model 1911 if she wants a 1911. Actually, I think the Warthog is a double stack, is it not? Din Scourge, over 2 hour brew balmy. Jules, hello, you two. Eric, your hair is growing. Matt, cheers, guys. And we can say, hey there, good morning, hey, thanks. I'm going with hey there, Jules. That's what YouTube told me to send you. Gunweld, thanks for the 2 hour review. Matt, shut the fuck up, Matt. Or hashtag shut the fuck up, Matt. Zeus, the safety on the gun is between your ears. It is. It is, but I do get the understanding. Some like Christine, she well, then again, she did look for a purse that was designed as a carry purse, so it had a little compartment for the gun, so that there's not a chance that something in your purse gets into the, That's why I thought it was funny, because like on a Glock, the only safety is putting your finger on the trigger. Well, something sliding, say it's in a backpack or a purse or a man can, and it gets in there. At least something like the Springfield XD and the XDMs all have the beaver tail part of the safety. So you literally have to be gripping the gun, just like a 1911. Zeus C7. Zeusy says C7. C7 is a miss. C7 is a miss. Oh, and I received a package today. Allow me to move the Holy Grail guns. This one was addressed to Swizzles Ebony. Swizzles Ebony. And I'm going to open it with the Dividend. Which, honestly, the Dividend reminds me a lot of the Leak, which I really want to do when I listen to the Sub Pump run. Ooh, this is a Sharpie, and And I don't mean wow, that's pretty special. Oh, it's from Ann Arbor, Michigan. That's the home of Domino's Pizza. Is this for Matt? Oh, and it comes with a replacement set of foam inserts. Yeah, that's nice. Matt can use that when he's riding his bicycle in the alley. Can you imagine the fun stuff that I could do? Could do if I had the control over yeah. This is really nice. I love this. Thank you. Yeah, I think Gunwild at a minimum. I don't remember doing the updates for this one. Oh no. It looks like it just didn't auto grab them like oh, that's why it's timing out so fast. The power supply is not hooked to it. Let's do that. Then again, Gunwild, if I redo this with your information, and that everything I'm doing right now is basically for nothing, because this is all gonna happen again on its own. Either that, or you can just take it with the with my username and password, Gunwild, MP Shield 9 for Matt's sister. Yeah, because they have them with a safety on it. I think that would be a good one. Zippy half moon clips might work better in the 1917. I'm thinking the military issued half moons. Yeah, you're probably absolutely right on that. You get the originals for it, and again, if you don't, I mean, this gun wasn't originally issued with them. I mean, you do not have to. I mean, I had one floating around here somewhere. Yeah, you can. It's just like my Black Hawk. If you look, basically the cylinder takes the place of the chamber. You can see all of the the ridges in there, and that's where it narrows, because the cylinder now basically acts as part of the barrel for a second. Yeah, so Colt being Colt, the rotation is the opposite. So, it'd be, I guess, always from your point of view, clockwise for Colt, counterclockwise for Smith & Wesson. But yeah, if I didn't want to have to go through the effort, I never did end up shooting it without the moon clips, just to see if there was any expansion in the bullet that would make it so that it wouldn't fall out of there. But I am definitely. Wow, that's weird. this Mooney. This Mooney kind of sank on its own without me having to bash it like the little guy in the canoe. Yeah, I think next time when I go out, I'm just gonna bring like a box of ammo. Seriously, this for something from something from World War I. This is actually a blast to shoot. Depending on if anything happens between now and when I go to Maine, somebody might have to let me know, because if they're not here between now and then, maybe I could bring it with. I'm still leery about that whole thing, because I basically have to travel through a few states that are not part of the United States of America. But if anybody thinks for a fucking second that I am going to go anywhere without firearms on me, I guess I'm just going to have to... See, I really wanted to do the research between now and then, and, Jerry keeps reminding me, and I believe NIHAP also, about going through and doing the efforts to try to get the conceal and carry in as many states as possible, just to make sure my butt is covered. The problem is I know Maine's another non-American piece of chunk of this country, and I don't know. I'd have to do the research. I don't know if it'd be possible. I mean, I don't know if you live there, if it's possible to get a conceal and carry. But yeah, fuck that. I will not be in a vehicle and leave my safety up to a fucking cop. As much respect as I have for authorities in this country, regardless of what those people, and I'm just going to leave it at those people, because if you legitimately are going to stand here and say, oh, we deserve reparations because of slavery. You know what? Slavery fucking has taken place everywhere. So, Queen fat ass lazy bitch food stamp wearing Cheetos ass liquor, if you can actually go, oh, please, let's have the evidence of the last known person in your family that was a slave. Because I'm willing to bet all of these fuckers that stand up and say, oh, we deserve reparations, no, you're the same lazy bitches that go, oh, a cop. The cop in Minneapolis, she's been a police officer for more than 20 years. Yeah, I will admit, it's a catastrophic fuck-up that if you think you just reached for your stun gun and you just put a bullet through a guy, and if you listen to the, I guess I haven't seen the video, I've only heard the audio from it, the instant she pulls the trigger, she immediately realizes that she fucked up. And there is instant remorse. You couldn't for a second try to put some kind of blame other than it was a horrific accident. And no, somebody shouldn't die. But the fact is, the kid that did was wanted for robbery, and he didn't listen to a cop. And once again, I'd like to point out, if you do what the police are telling you to do, chances are nothing bad is going to happen to you. So, does he deserve to be dead? No, he doesn't deserve to be dead. But the fact is there's just one less criminal in the system right now. If he would have followed orders, it would have never happened. But he insisted on evading the officer getting back into his car and trying to leave. I personally think she shouldn't have resigned, but the mayor in Minnesota was calling for his resignation. The mayor in Minnesota should suck a dick. Hopefully a poisonous one. McCline, you're not really Dad. Oh, you're not my real dad, Greg? Cobra. I-7. I-7, Cobra says. I-7 happens to be a hit. I-7 is a hit. Blue Healer. 260. 2 thumbs up. McCline, Matt's sister doesn't need a pistol. Apparently she carries cannons. Oh, God. He is so pissed off. Your sister played basketball. I'd love to see that. Steve. Yeah, Smith & Wesson poly guns aren't for me. Now, Springfield? Hell nah. Steve, you're just one of the pickiest bitches on the planet. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Because you know what you like, and you know what you want. I just want one or two. Well, because you can't do an odd number, so 4 of everything. That's what I'm thinking. McCline, Matt is my spirit animal. I love him. I don't care what anybody says. Tardisius, nice intro. One of the things I like about Clint Eastwood is all of his movies. Never mind an F-bomb. Well, never heard an F-bomb. What are you trying to say, Tardisius? Smile Money says, Eric makes up for that. Laugh out loud. Tardisius, controlled swearing is sometimes called copriella. Could be caused by stress. Humanistic therapists would probably prescribe Prozac, but a good therapist would recommend several months in Sunday school. Okay, I get it. Fine. Back to trying. And I can say to Tardisius, classic, same here. Boom. I'm going with same here just so that he scratches his head. Brad? Hell yeah, brother. Harmarsh. Did Matt just say to Eric, if you were smart? Wow. Smile Money says yes, more than once. Wade, I think that you're talking about concerning steering wheel injuries in cardiac tampered. Cardiac tampered is when fluid fills the pericardium, a sac that surrounds the heart, which causes the heart not to fill and pump properly. It can be caused by blunt force trauma and a host of medical illnesses. Most common is congested heart failure. Probably, what you said. Wade, China, Joe, isn't talking about just 80% lowers. He's going after any gun like ARs, Glocks, etc., where you can buy an individual components and assemble them yourself. He's playing word games. Hey, Wade, I'd like to play a word game associated with Joe Biden. I really don't want anything really, really traumatically bad to happen to Joe Biden and every member of the deep state. No, please do not let anything happen to these corrupt, fraudulent, finger groove, fiddle sticks. No, I personally am a fond believer in the fact that if you don't stand for the Constitution of the United States of America and what our founding fathers created for us, you deserve to hang in a tree until dead. Blue Healer, 2 thumbs up. Harmarsh, Matt, a 380 ACP is better than nothing at all. Isn't the Kimber Micro a 380? Yeah, they offer it in a 380. Harmarsh, Colt Defender. That'd be a good one. Harmarsh, SH. Appreciate that. DFC, top 50. Bitches. Rich Huff, cheers all. Jolson, this video needs no cowbell. Smile Money, Matt believes memes and fairy tales. Love to see a link to the eviction story. As Paul Harvey always said, and that was the rest of the story. Good day. Gun Glutton, blacks still voting for Democrats makes as much sense as Jews still voting for the Nazi Party. Gun Glutton, you're 100% right. The Democratic Party has done nothing. When Joe Biden says they're going to put you back in chains, what he was talking about was himself. The Republicans. Why is it so hard? Is it a fact that are black people so inherently irresponsible for learning history that they can't figure out the truth? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not calling you stupid, but anybody that is unwilling to look at history deserves what they get, to be honest. Unfortunately, you fucking idiots, sorry, Tardisius, you frickin' idiots have grabbed the ankles of the rest of America and dragged it down to the level of stupidity. Because the Republican Party was the party that ended slavery and, made it possible for you to vote and all those other things. And yet, you idiots and union people keep voting for the Democratic Party, thinking that they're ever going to do anything for you. Because the only thing they're ever going to do for you is tell you what they're going to do for you until your stupidity votes for them. And then after that, they don't give a flying shit about you. I mean, open your brains. Do a little research. Figured out who stopped slavery. And Biden going on about Jim Crow, and because you should have to be able to prove who you are to vote. Just more proof. All they want is to keep the dumb people dumb. I got, this is on a personal story. A friend of mine has been trying for a month now to find someone to replace an employee that is leaving, and nobody is applying for the job. He went into a rant about the millennials and how they just want to sit on their ass and do nothing, and they're expecting all of the handouts. Hey, make sure that you properly grab the handle when you're getting into the train to head off to the ovens. Yep. Gun Glutton, cheers, my friend. Ken, he is absolutely right. Let me read it again because he's so right. Blacks still voting for Democrats makes as much sense as Jews still voting for the Nazi Party. Stephen, for Kerry, single stacks seem to be an unneeded compromise. A double stack 9mm compared to a single stack 9mm isn't really a good trade. I also don't like the idea of CCW, a steel frame anything, but I've always dealt with polyguns. See, that's kind of surprises me, Steve, because you're not a fluff, and for me, there isn't a single. Here's a case in point. I don't notice the difference between carrying my Walther PPS, the smallest, and trading trading, or should I say, sharing the latest gun in the collection, because believe it or not, the single stack Walther PPS 40 cal loaded weighs the same as the FN 57 with 20 rounds. And we've all seen what a T6B will do to a bulletproof plate. The T6B is going. Hey, did I just miss something? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. So for me, I don't really notice any difference between carrying the Walther PPS and carrying my Kimber, a 5-inch 1911. Like right now, my carry gun is the 629. I mean, I don't know. Would someone consider this a large gun, or would you not? Make sure my shirt isn't tucked in with it. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. I carry anything. I'm without actually grabbing a few things and putting them on the scale. I couldn't even tell you what's the heaviest gun that I routinely carry. I don't know. And my preferred way of carrying is inside the waistband. Now with the 629, the only thing I have for it is this DeSantis holster, and it was like a Amazon special. I someday I would love to have someone custom make me a good holster for this. I'd also like to have a custom holster made for the 629, my safe queen gun. Okay, let's get through this shit show. Stephen again. Poor Matt, too drunk to understand that a pound of powder is going for a few $100s on the secondary market because everyone is sold out. Smile money, too drunk, wow. But the mouth just kept going after the brain took a nap. Steve, laugh my ass off. Yeah, my only issue is it wouldn't be a 2-hour brew review because I say the word if, and somehow Matt can turn that into 20 minutes. Sharky, what? You got a 610? No way. And don't tell me it's a first gen. Hey, oh, Sharky, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I recently picked up... I actually have what I say were my 2 holy grail guns. I'd also like to say that when you factor in Christine, Lily, and Samantha, then these 2 guns, I am hands down, Wade, the luckiest sumbitch on the planet. And it's kind of funny that my 2 holy grail guns are both chambered in 10mm. How about that? And there was a time that I wanted the 629, which is the full underlug 44 Magnum. I'd have to go through the big book and see if I know they had one offered in this frame. That would be okay. But yeah. This is me sleeping like a baby at night. I just absolutely love these. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd have the 1006 out here also. Any anything Smith and Wesson in this generation is equally J-Dog, because J-Dog's the same way. I really don't give a shit what it is. If it's a Smith and Wesson, it's on the list. I'm just saying, as far as Holy Grail, things that I didn't think I would ever fulfill, this one, the 1006 and the 610 are there. So again, happy. You couldn't. The happy just doesn't get it done. NIHAP, just send me a pic of the model number off the tag or decal on the laptop. I will do that. Sharky, hey Matt, how about the P365 with the manual safety for your sister? Even though training and through that confidence matters more, the manual safeties on modern gun that matters more than manual safeties in modern guns. But still, it's what she wants, and we will roll with it. Small 9mm 1911 style guns lack capacity compared to the newer modern micro 9s, in my opinion. Cherokee, Rock Island Armory is Filipino. Arms Corps and subsidiaries. Taurus is from Brazil. Yeah, I can't. Citadel. Sharky, thanks for word association. Citadel makes an ultra size 1911, and I think Jim had one. I think it was one of the things that Jim actually sold. Badass. One of my biggest left to date, because a few of them have been realized. My biggest regret to this moment in time. And I don't know if I could go back and get it. I know who owns the gun. That is my my CDP, the Kimber Ultra 1911. Carried the hell out of it. Beautiful gun. Never malfunctioned in any way. And I tried everything from freezing it to limp wristing it. Limp wristing it, frozen. And I put grease on the slides, tried to freeze the gun and get it to fail, and it wouldn't. And my buddy Brian bought it, told me that I could buy it back from him, and of course that fell through after he shot it. I wish I could have that gun back. Would I buy another one from Kimber? I don't know. Kimber seems like they've really gone into the shithole. If I knew the quality was there, I'd look it over, and problem is if you buy something even and it's shipped to your FFL, you're kind of SOL. But yeah, Kimber has always been a company that either nails it or they screw it up really good. But the CDP was still, to this moment in time, my favorite 1911 that I ever owned when we're just having a discussion about a carry gun. I prefer a 1911 over just about anything as far as carry, and that gun was ambi controls, bevel mount, night sights, and a 1911 trigger. And I basically sold it for nothing because the end result was still the same because I was married to a hooker. Sharky, I-5 to complete the circle. Well, one side of a circle. I-5 is a hit. I-5 is a hit. Sharky SH, Chris in the Monkmeyer was funny. And no outro, babe. Seriously, YouTube? Oh, really? Oh, you bastards. Small money. No help on the small handguns. I have not liked any of them. I am more worried about fumbling it under stress. That's why I stick with a Glock 17. Can't argue with that. I've never owned a real Glock 17. I've only had ghost guns, which of course I don't anymore. Sold them all in a terrible kayak incident in the Grand Canyon while tracking Bigfoot from a helicopter. Should have seen it. My most carried large Glock is the G22, which would be the 40 cal version of the same thing. It's my money. 2 chambers you like is like calibers. If she wants a safety, she ain't carrying a 1911 cocked and locked. See, here's the problem, Smile Money. Is there was a time when I was when I started carrying, and I was carrying a 1911. I was just like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that whole hammer back and safety on thing. I'll carry it. What would that be? Condition 2, 1 in the chamber and hammer down. See, if that's the way you want to roll, I get it. It also depends on what 1911 you're carrying, because a Kimber, for instance, does have a firing pin safety, but an original would not. So there is a chance if you dropped it barrel in, the inertia could carry the firing pin into the primer and have the gun discharge. I'm just saying that's a possibility. So the problem with carrying a 1911 with, ready to go, but you still have to pull the hammer back, is you had to put the hammer down. And there's probably a lot of scenarios every single year where somebody was lowering the hammer on a live round and shit went bad. So I stopped that practice. Depending on the 1911 you have, the safest way you can carry it is hammer back and safety on. Safer than safety off and hammer down in in an original design. Smile Money, fact check. Matt consistently babbles and interrupts. 2. Matt is 99.9 more cringeworthy than Eric. 3. Matt drinks and his babbling increases exponentially. I cannot argue with that. 4. Matt talks and talks and talks and then talks about his talking. Gunwild, now Matt is offering favors for ammo. What is this world coming to? It's kind of like Joey at the truck stop, but even more disturbing, I think. Gunwild, yes. This is Pick on Matt Day. Gunwild, robbed of the outro, babe. I'll have to figure out which one it was, and I'll put her back on this one. Gunwild, Discourage. It's like Gear Henley Winkler? There's alcohol involved in Scourge. G. On the wrong video. I only have one Funko Pop, and it was a present from Altenda. It's my spirit animal, Alex DeLarge. I will have to look. J. On the wrong video. Welded steel plates won't slow down my DEV, Penetrator, or T6B. If you want the info, I can provide the best bang for the buck. Personal protection armor plate that does not break the bank will take the heat off the T6B. Ludwig Whitner. Smith & Wesson M&P Shield is a good concealable weapon. No, I have no problems with the Shield. I had some failure to feeds with Joey Joey's 40C, and I did what I would normally do to every firearm that I get normally before I even go out and shoot it. So I don't know if Joey ever did that, but basically polished the feed ramp, polished the chamber, and polished the hood. So when the bullet goes up, it bounces off a nicely polished surface, and I'll see. But I've only had Joey's gun for what, a couple of years now, and that's the first time I shot it. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Mike, cheers, boys. Cheers, Mike. Jay, on the right video. The large frontal area of the Hornady and the soft jacket and core guaranteed it would not go through. There you go. Didn't Scourge. Video froze. Lost the outro, babe. You doopy. Yeah, I'll fix that. Jeremy, I'm sure lots of things are ugly as F, but serve Matt's sister's purpose. Exactly. Yeah, in the case of wanting to carry something, and that will defend your life, I really don't think fugly should be an issue. On the other hand, where fugly intercepts heavy as fugly, like for instance, I still need to get the email off and get Mikey's gun fixed for him. Then Scourge, you try the Glen Mora Peated? I do not know. I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure if I can answer that in a fair amount of time here. Hang on. Working on it. Working on it. Yeah, actually I have. Almost a year ago. I don't remember if I liked. I'd have to get back to you on that. But I have had it. Yes. Scotsman says whiskey. Scotsman says blah 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 blah. Typical opening. Scotsman says, well, no correction, not typical, worse than typical. 4 minutes 10 seconds with Mr. Holster would slap you. Scotsman, Matt, as a banker, laugh my frickin' ass off. Tardisius. Scotsman, gallon container of Ballistol is very believable. Scotsman, Winchester white box sucks. Yeah, it's dirty. It's dirty and it's underpowered. I had nothing but issues with it. I had to buy a couple of boxes a few years back. Wasn't able to reload anything in time for a match, and every other round was failures, out 2 different guns. I have had 0 failures. Screw Winchester white box. I see. What we had a problem with is we had Mikey got a good deal on some Winchester primers, and I had failure after failure after failure wherever they were used. 45 ACP, 10 millimeter. You know, it's. Okay. Really need to speed this up. Yep. Had some bitness to do last night. That's why there was not a brew review. And ended up cooking on the grill. I sent Sharky pictures. I made cream cheese, jalapeno cream cheese stuffed chicken breasts wrapped in bacon on the grill. And then I did them hobo style. So I surrounded them with cubed potatoes, onion, green pepper, red pepper, salt, and coarse ground pepper and butter, and then cooked them for an hour at 375 degrees on the grill, and got those from Superior Meats, which is just a few blocks down from J-Dog's place. Sorry. Scotsman, I know you probably missed the essay on how I absolutely need to cut back, but you weren't. It's you, so you know what can I say? How about a little Big Pete? Speaking of Big Pete, today is Pete from the Armory Channel's birthday, and I could... You should go wish him a happy birthday or something if you can. I snuck in last night just so that I could be ahead of the crowd. Scotsman, my cell signal is all over the place too. I think they're actually doing a little, little testing, little blackouts here and there, you know. Smile Money. 99 comments and has to break 100 comment barrier. No, we don't. Shark ZF6. JP reporting in for the Shark ZF6 channel. 19 hours ago. What the F? Tardisius. Shark again. Yeah, let's see. A lake that's bigger than an ocean and it's been raining for days. Not surprised, laugh out loud. Mr. 27 says, hi, Matt. Mr. 27 says, hi, Brubomi. Mr. 27 says, hi, Ms. Brubomi. Mr. 27 says, beer. Mr. 27 says, 102nd. 102 comments? Are you... Mr. 27, go with Smith & Wesson. Go Smith & Wesson M&P. You can remove the safety from those, I believe, when she realized that you don't need a safety on it. Well spoken. Mr. 27. Ah, the rare appearance by Ms. Brubomi. Mr. 27 with the last comment. Wow, no outro, babe. I am disappointed. So am I. Okay, so I'm going to take this with me to the Ed, Mr. Holster, Justin Club, and Scotsman. And again, as always, thank you guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to be here or not tomorrow. Don't take this the wrong way, but I really hope I'm not. I'm hoping to go spend the evening with Samantha because the heads should be back from the milling shop for the Subi, and she'll be putting the motor back together and putting it back into the vehicle. And I told her I wanted to hang out with her. I would say help, but I mean, there was a few moments. I mean, I helped her lift the motor at one point in time in order to get the get it on the engine stand. But oh my God, I just I'm sorry. I'm just as a very proud dad to stand there and watch your daughter disassemble an engine and remove it from a vehicle and then take it all apart and break it down and get the set the heads aside so they can go off and be there's always a warpage on there. But and I don't remember if I mentioned this. I talked to a few of you, but the fact that Sam had a roller cart with every bolt, nut, part just thrown into a pile on this cart, and I was like, I've taken pictures of shit that had like five things that came apart, and there was maybe 2 different ones, and just I wanted to make sure I got it back together right, and she's just like, I got this. Okay. So if I'm not here tomorrow, I'm watching her put the engine back together, and then put it into the car. Holy shit, 100 and something, and only 3 of you in the club. I can appreciate that. Gunwild, oh, a late review. A tough day at the office? Cheers, bitches. Well, yeah, the shower was longer than normal. When you use an airless paint sprayer, Gunwild, there's a certain percentage of what goes up comes back down on you. Harmarsh, cheers, clubbers. Harmarsh. And J-Dog, Heart Club, Mr. Holster. I'm going to hit the refresh button just one time and one time only, and then I am gone. J-Dog, you have the last comment. Cheers, guys. And again, if I'm here tomorrow, it's only because I did not get to spend time with Sammy Poo. Cheers.